What you see here is a Lasko turn of the century. It is the Ornate version. As you can see here, it's also the variable speed version, as evidenced by the little knob. A little crayon-shaped knob. How fun. Yes. Now we're going to see what it does. Starting with the lowest speed. As I've mentioned, the fan is variable speed. It uses a system similar to Casablanca's Slumber-Quiet. Emerson and Fasco, and evidently also Homestead, used a similar system, although these systems were very short-lived as they were very, very prone to failure. Casablanca's Slumber-Quiet has a failure rate over 50%. Many of these Laskos don't work. The system Lasko used, particularly unreliable. However, as you see here, this one is working fine. The low speed is aesthetic, relatively pleasant. Now we're going to turn it up just a notch. Oh yeah, the knob is very sensitive. It cuts to high really quickly. There you go. It's more of your medium low. Another little notch. Another slight notch. It's getting it more to a medium high. Now, the fan doesn't buzz any more than your typical Lasko. In fact, this one may actually be one of the quietest Laskos. Oddly enough. A little faster. A little faster still. Now we're getting closer to high. Now straight up high speed. Actually does have a running moan, which now that I think of it is rather typical for these Laskos, or all Laskos for that matter. I'd say the RPM's around 160, 170 maybe, on high. Not particularly strong, but the blades are steeply pitched, so to turn it off. Like I said, the majority of Sears Lasko turn of the centuries, ornate and variable speed like this one, do not work properly. They only run on high, because the electronics are very, very sensitive, very prone to failure. There's a small heat sink in the motor housing. There's a circuit board probably in the central hub above the motor, where the capacitor is kept. There's a reverse switch on top of the motor housing, which Lasko actually did it that way until the very end. Rather inconvenient in my opinion. Another notable thing about Laskos in general are the bearings, which are typically very good. The spin down time is very long, usually. Now we're just going to, as you can see, there's your reverse switch. Now we're just going to start it from high, just to show startup. I don't know if you can kind of hear the bum. Spin down. And there you have it.